Today I am going to work on carving some more little necklace stamps. I'm calling these necklace stamps, but they could also be like charms or just decorative. I am putting a chain on them. So this was my pattern from the first one. And here is the page that I stamped it off on. I just did a little doodle of a gal wearing a necklace, and then I created a necklace there and then played with it with some more designs in here. So I'm going to take this, and what I like to do is keep these little sketches that I do in my Society of Idea Collectors in the project section, because this really is a project that I'm doing. So here's are my carvings for my faces. I'm going to be working on those this week too. But I'm going to skip a page here and put these over here because I'll have more faces to put into here. So I'm just going to, I have double-sided tape on this little square. This is my little sketch for my first necklace charm. Put it right there. Now I've done some more sketching, and that would be here. Since March is coming up, I am going to do a shamrock charm with the same V chain. It's just a V like that, and it's a shamrock. So I am going to trim this out. I like to work on the back of my sketchbook. Let's zoom in a little so you can see what I'm doing. I have these little speedy ball carving pieces, and I've also cut those to 1-inch squares. And I take a pencil, a soft lead pencil, and I go around the design just enough to get an impression when I transfer this design onto my little inch square. I transfer the design by taking the piece that I have marked off with a graphite pencil and put it face down on my Inchie piece, and take my bone folder and that's just enough to get enough of the design off on the Inchie that I know where I'm going with it. So I don't carve this like that. I take a pen and detail this so that I can see it better when I'm carving. The inside of each one of these shamrock pieces will be filled in, and the lines here will be carved out, and you'll see that as I finish it up. And then here are the V lines that I use to say this is a chain. Now I'm ready to start carving it. I use my Ranger ink pad. I turn it upside down because it has this little tray on the bottom, and I rest my little piece of carving rubber in the tray. The edges hold it. So I start out by always carving away from my fingers so I don't cut myself, and I just start out by using the number 1 V blade and outlining it. So I'll go around this entire shamrock and outline it by carving out really thin lines around the shape. And then on the lines here, this will be solid, so this leaf of the shamrock will get printed, but I want some lines in there, so I will carve out a line with my V-blade. I'll just make a little incision there, a little line, and then some little notched lines, just like that. Another thing that I like to do is take my larger V-blade, and I found that when I'm carving on a piece and I want to get out clear to the edge like this, sometimes it's really hard to get that edge piece out. So what I'll do is I'll take my blade and go around the edge, and just because I want it scooped out on the sides here where I don't want anything, I have to carve that out anyway, and it's a lot easier to carve along the edge and then come back in and carve out the rest of it. For some reason, that's just a lot easier for me. So I'm going to go off camera and carve this out because I have to get it closer to my face and you would just see the top of my head. So I'll carve it out, and when I'm ready to stamp it, I will come back and we'll do some stamping of it.